Oh, stand by. Everybody acknowledge it's going live.
Mm-hmm.
And it's connecting. Every time this works out, I'm amazed somehow that I did it. Okay, I just have to check. Excuse me. And okay. Okay, this is excellent. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy you guys are here. Hi, Avery and Carol.
Yes.
I have invited everyone from the meetup group to join. So there's going to be some people traveling in and out. I'd love to ask for you both to just mute for a little while, and then I'm going to let you know when we can unmute. We'll wait for a couple minutes and give them a couple minutes to come into the Zoom call if they want to join us live. But some people are going to be viewing this live on Facebook, which is really exciting too. We've had our YouTube channel up for a little while, for about a year. And now we're just extending to different platforms like Meetup, because I was telling Carol Avery that, of course, would be a Meetup. That's where I went when I first started with my spiritual awakening. I wanted to meet people, you know, who were experiencing the same things that I was experiencing, who had questions. And I'll give maybe like 2 more minutes and then we will start. You guys have your names in your boxes, so I know who you are, which is great. I'm really happy that you were able to make it. Okay. And then type in the chat, tell me where you're located. Where are you coming from? What area are you from? I have to watch 2 chats. I have to watch your chat and I have to watch the YouTube chat. Avery, you're in Delaware. Where are you in Delaware? He's like, and Carol's in Mount Laurel. Okay, Mount Laurel's right down the street. I'm right outside. I'm in Haddonfield. I'm Middletown. Okay, I don't know Middletown, but I am moving to Maryland at the end of August. So I drive through Delaware all the time. Okay, I think that we can get started. I think if anyone comes on, they'll come on. They'll post their name in, so we'll see them. Okay, all right, guys, I'm gonna get started. So I'm just so excited that you're here. Thank you for RSVPing to the event, and thank you for showing up today. I'm Pamela Downes, founder of Spirit Calling, and today is our Friday Live. And we're going to talk about what the signs of a spiritual awakening look like. You know, there's so many different signs. How do you know if you're having a spiritual awakening? If you think you're having a spiritual awakening, please let me know in the chat and we'll talk about why. And tell me what you think you're experiencing and we can have a little conversation about it. But I'd love to know what you guys are going through. What brought you to the meetup group? Why did you like Spirit Calling? And why did you come today? I really want to understand that so that we can all support and communicate with each other. I'll start by telling you about my spiritual awakening. It started back in 2008, 2012. I had, which happens a lot to people, I had a shit show happen, like multiple things happening at the same time, multiple life events. And I have what I call my knockdown. So my husband lost his job. We lost our retirement. We lost our home. We lost everything. We lost our friends. And you question, like, who am I and what is this world that I live in and why am I here? And suddenly you understand, like, why did I live a certain way? None of that meant anything. When you understand what's taken from you, then you suddenly have a new perspective. And then my father died. And I remember when he passed, I was standing around his hospital bed with my mother and my brother. And I remember watching his spirit leave his body. At the time, I didn't understand it was spirit. I was brought up Catholic, and you're told certain things, but you're not asking a lot of big questions sometimes in your religious journey. And I watched the energy leave his body, and I was like, where did that go? Where did it go? The essence of him left, but his physicality was there, and that started me on this path of like wanting to devour everything, wanting to understand what was happening. And by synchronicity, by the universe, I got invited to the spiritual mediumship gallery. I had no money to go. I was watching my kids while my husband was trying to make ends meet, and I didn't want to ask him to watch the kids. Somehow a message got to him about this event, and a free ticket came my way. We call them synchronicities, right? We call them being in alignment. We call them little God winks. And I got to go to this mediumship gallery. I was front and center when I walked in. And the medium came over to me and he was like, this is what we're going to do today. Uncross your arms, uncross your hands, and, just drop into your heart space. And we're going to connect to spirits that have crossed over. And he comes over to me and he goes, well, for instance, your father's here. And I went, what? He's like, your dad's here and he wants you to know that he never told you that he loved you. And he's so sorry for the way that he treated you when you were growing up. And he never told you how creative and talented you are. And I was an artist and musician. My father was abusive, physically, mentally, verbally. He was an alcoholic and a very angry person. So love did not exist there. And from that moment on, you guys, it was like, where did he go? He went somewhere. He exists. And he understood, it became real. It up-leveled something very quickly. And so your expansion and your knowledge and your consciousness expand when your perspective expands. When something happens, it expands. And that's what happened. It was a compilation of a whole bunch of different things in my life. Then I started understanding. I found Abraham Hicks. Do either of you know Abraham Hicks? Anyone watching know Abraham? Yeah, I found Abraham. I found Esther and Jerry, and I love them. And I had lost my home, and I had to move into this little tiny space with my whole family and dogs and kids. And I started understanding that I create my reality. I make my reality. And when people would ask what happened to you, instead of beating the drum of, I lost my job, I lost my this, I lost my that. Carol believes she's had, yeah, you've been awakened. Yeah. Let me open up this chat so I can see it. I believe I've been awakened when I lost my job last year. Yeah, that'll do it to you. I noticed small synchronicities and the power of how to use your mind to manifest things. It's the same story, right? Yep. I keep delving into tarot and more spiritual things to enrich my understanding on the 5D. Yeah, you're in it, man. You are in it. It's what we call the devouring of the journey. You want to know anything and everything. You want to continually expand and grow. And somebody is texting in the chat over on YouTube, Karen. Hi, Karen. I'm so glad that you're here today. I am so glad that you guys are here today. You're making my heart swell, I swear. Sorry, it took me a few minutes to get to the live. No problem. I'm looking forward to meeting like-minded people. You're in the right place. You are in the right place. The law of attraction was the catalyst. With my dad, then the law of attraction. I started, instead of talking about what I didn't have and talking about all the things that were happening to me, I started understanding that they were happening for me. And my perspective changed. My whole life changed. I have this little house now. We're all together. I get to walk my kids to school. I'm keeping my business through a recession, one of the worst real estate markets in history. I'm so blessed. I still have clients who are supporting us. All these things started changing. Opportunities started happening. And that's when that mediumship gallery came to me. And then I started, which is one of the signs of a spiritual awakening, I started absorbing all the content, going to the galleries, watching the YouTube videos, going to tarot readers, going to psychic mediums, meditating, having experiences, starting to see light, doing yoga, meeting. I didn't resonate with the people that were in my life any longer. I didn't want to sit around and talk about people. I didn't want to waste my time. I wanted to do meaningful things. I wanted to do things that were going to expand my spirit, help my spiritual growth. I would dive into rabbit holes of understanding things like how the religions all connect, what this greater universal consciousness is, all these things. And then you understand everyone was doing the same thing you were doing. They just put them in different categories and they were trying to teach people. And I started experiencing, my grandma, my great aunt were Roman Catholic Italian, brought up to be a certain religion, but they were in charismatic groups, and they were, talking about speaking tongues. Everyone is trying to understand more continually. You are, or you're not. And, it's, you sometimes feel alone. you feel like you said, Carol, you want to find people that are going through the same thing that you're going through. And I believe, it's imperative, because you feel so lonely. You feel like you don't have anyone to talk to. And that was my journey. I didn't have my family members. They didn't understand. They thought I was woo-woo. They thought I was weird. My mom, I've always had a relationship with Jesus my entire life. I was a little girl. He showed up for me in ways that I can't explain, but I always knew he was there. And it's not a religious thing. It's a master, an ascended master who taught Christ consciousness, but I always loved him. And my mom couldn't understand being brought up Catholic. Like, but then you mean you don't believe in the crucifixion and the resurrection? You don't believe that, Jesus had to die for your eternal life? And I said, no, I understand why it happened, but I believe that life is mine to have if I want it. I believe that energy doesn't die. And like, I was always alone. And then I found a person, and she was on the same path as me. It was a client. And we would meet and we would have lunch and we would be reading the same books and we would go to yoga. And I finally found someone, but it was not like that. And did any of you resonate with that, Avery? Have you had anyone to talk to? Do you have a community? No, I'm going to open it up so you guys can speak. Why don't you unmute?
Pamela, I actually do. And I'm fortunate enough to, like, I've been doing meetups since 2007. So I know like a lot of people through meetup. And one of the groups and it's a social group that I'm more active with. So I kind of like mentor these other guys that they're starting to become spiritually awakened. So I always give them guidance and stuff. And then I have a small handful of other friends who we can talk about our experiences and, what they mean to us and what we're looking for. So it's great, but it's very few and far between the people who understand. So I'm always looking to connect with any other group that is going to give me that enrichment, because I'm starting my journey too. I want to know more. And I want to, I don't want people looking at me funny when I explain what I, just experienced.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. But that's amazing. How about you, Avery?
I'm starting out, I guess, but just trying to find people that I can connect with and feel a connection with, that kind of share the same values that I do. And so we're searching. Well, I'm searching for that now, and that's why I'm here today.
Yay! I'm glad.
My family doesn't believe in that. They're super Jehovah's Witnesses, so they have some very interesting beliefs, and it makes it difficult, but
it does. It also helps you. I don't know how to explain it. Like, seeing all these different perspectives help you. Like, I remember I was sitting here working. I work from my home, and I have double windows here, and I had these two sweet elderly Jehovah's Witness women dressed beautifully out on a hot day out there, walking the sidewalk, trying to help people in the way that they know how to help people. And I had to look at them in a different way than I ever had before and say, I respect them for their beliefs, for, trying to spread the word of whatever they believe to help raise consciousness on the planet. Ultimately that's what their job is too. But when you don't share the same beliefs in regards to like the basic experiences that you're having, it's really, really, really challenging. And I'm going to tell you why we're here today. And I created a solution to that. Spirit helped me and intuited me to create a community for people. So I'll tell you guys about that later. But I want to ask Karen, does any of that resonate with you, Karen? Where are you on your spiritual awakening? And do you have a community that you can talk to? And hearing Avery and Carol talk about their experiences, I just wondered if Karen has anything to say. So I'll keep looking at the comments. But, some of the people that this is being recorded and this is being, viewed again later. So I have to speak to the people like you, Avery, that are just going through the spiritual awakening. There are signs, you know, the planet actually has a frequency. It's called the Schumann resonance. It actually vibrates at a certain hertz. If a lot of people are musicians, like if you play the guitar, bing, or vocal cords, the hammer hits the piano, bing, that's a frequency, that's a hertz. A hertz has a color, it has a sound. There's our bodies are energy, our body is frequency. The planet has a frequency, and the frequency of the planet is raising. And with that, consciousness is shifting. Some people are raising their vibration, some people aren't. So, you know, if you're looking at things in a different way and you don't understand them, you're having a spiritual awakening. There are signs that maybe you don't even know that you're having. So someone who's watching this might have identified with not having the community, not resonating with their family. When I was going through my spiritual awakening, I no longer resonated with my husband. I did not resonate with my husband. He was a black or white and I was gray and multicolor, you know, like we just were not the same. And he was restricted. He was not an abundance thinker. He thrived in lack, and that we just continually crashed. And that happens when you see that you create your world and you have omnipotent opportunities, and you can, if you believe it, and you send that frequency out into the universe. I talked to one of my spiritual friends yesterday. If you're sending a signal out, you're getting back what the signal is that you're sending out, right? As Abraham talks about. Oh, we've got 2 more people talking on the chat, you guys. You gotta stand with me while I'm managing all of this. I'm learning all of this too. I'm stepping in, like you are continually expanding on your journey. And like Carol's been doing it for a while. I've been doing it for a while. I'm still stepping up. You're stepping out of fear into love, out of fear into love with every single decision that you make in your life. And me being on this platform and doing all this, it's, you know, it's fearful to show up in these ways. Will I be able to manage it? Will I be able to do it? Will I say all the right things? Will I be able to help people? I'm doing it through love because I believe I can do that. Okay. Karen says, yes, I've been on the spiritual journey for many years. I have spiritual friends, but they are all out of state. Okay. I get that. I understand that. And we have, I hope I say your name right, Duran. I'm enjoying seeing you talking so honestly and from the heart. I'm actually at work and in my van, currently in Hamilton, New Jersey, but I don't want to miss your speech. Well, thank you. I'm really happy that you're able to watch it in whatever capacity you're able to watch it. That's awesome. So now I have a visual of you. Let me talk about those signs a little bit more so that everybody can kind of identify with it if they're watching on the replay. We were just talking about, okay, the top five signs are drawn to holistic and alternative ways of healing. So I know, Carol, you've been doing this. So I'm sure you said you did tarot readings and different things. I'm sure you've done Reiki, and what are some of the things that you've done?
Sorry, I'm actually about to go to, like, tonight I'm doing a Kundalini workshop with sound bowls.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, like I usually do yoga, but I've been doing yoga before, but I just didn't have that connection with the spirituality. I did it because I knew I wanted to keep my Zen somehow. But I think that's probably, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, you've got a lot of interesting things to discover.
Yeah,
really do. It's awesome. It's awesome. You're gonna love our portal, because I have a curated group of healers and practitioners that are ready to teach you about their modalities. It's so cool, the space that I've created. How about you? Tell me, Avery, what have you done anything yet? It's very exciting.
I think a long time ago, right? And I've been on a spiritual journey probably at least the majority of my life. When I left being a Jehovah's Witness, one of the books that really resonated with me at the time, which was able to help me kind of move forward, was the Celestine Prophecy.
Yes.
And I love, I love that book. But then just starting reading other things and just trying to be open. But I think right now I'm at a point in my life where I want to start sharing that with other people. I want to start being around other people who think positively and co-create their own realities, you know,
Yes.
and like I need that kind of in my life because it's a lacking a bit. And
Yeah,
so,
you do. I can feel it from you for sure. I can feel your heart actually. So I'm a psychic intuitive and a trance channeler, and I channel angelic beings, an infinite collective of angelic beings. I do what Abraham does. And then I also receive lots of downloads when I'm with people. So I can feel their energy. I can feel their trauma. I get intuited messages for them and that sort of thing. So I can actually feel all of your hearts, which is amazing. And yeah, you're in the right place. So when you get those little inclinations, like to follow something or to do something, continually just do them. Always move through spirit. Always listen to your intuition. It's your guides. It's your higher self. It's maybe a deceased loved one trying to push you and shove you in the right direction. So yeah, you left Jehovah's Witness. That was a spiritual awakening, man. That's awesome. That's you moving forward, saying there's something greater, there's something different, and I want to find out what it is. Karen wrote, I'm a Reiki master, yay, and have studied many modalities, including medical intuition, sound healing, and so much more. That's fantastic. That's awesome. And Duran, if you want to try to post anything, you can. If not, just know that if you are interested in things like this, I'm going to give you an opportunity to learn more about it later. And I'm not selling you guys anything. I'm purely trying to educate everyone and give you opportunity. That's my greatest honor, is to do my soul's purpose. Something that I don't know if any of you have experienced, Avery, medical intuitive. I've read Carolyn. Okay, cool. Wow, that's so cool. There's so many medical intuitives. My dear friend Lisa is a medical intuitive, and I mean, what she can tap into on a cellular level with people, I find these abilities to be amazing. And everyone has a different skill set, and everyone has the ability to do this. By the way, I don't know if you know that. You do. But one of the signs of an awakening is sensitivity to certain foods and chemicals. So as you're raising your frequency, as you're expanding your consciousness, your vibration is changing. Certain things, and one of them is alcohol and drugs too. You're not able to consume alcohol and drugs as much. Your body reacts differently to them. So some things have a lower vibration. They're made up of something that's not good for you. Their frequency is low. It's like turmoil inside of your body. If your body's trying to raise its frequency and you're putting crap in, you're like, ruining the process basically. And that's creating dissonance inside of you. And you're able to, as you're awakening, be more in touch with your body. You feel that you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. I know that drugs, not that I ever really did drugs. I smoked weed in high school, but I don't really do well with marijuana. It makes me feel all over the place. I feel out of control, but also because my vibration has risen so much, entities come in, I get psychic attacks. It's like, it's terrible. I can't do it. I don't really enjoy doing it. I don't want to do it. But a lot of people might be thinking like, why does this feel like this? Or why am I having, I know if I would, one time I had maybe a couple martinis. This was, when I was first waking up, I had a psychic attack during the night because it lowers your vibration. So that allows lower energies to permeate your being, to come into your energy field, which is, what we have, an energy field. Anybody have an experience like that? Anybody ever have, not vibrating well with certain foods or chemicals, products, anything? No, it could be environmental, it could even be a scent. You walk in a room and there's something, it just gets you because the frequency, the smell, anything of it is just not working with your frequency. No text on YouTube, so I'm going to move forward to the next one. This was a big one for me. I told you I wasn't resonating with my husband. It was anxiety. Anxiety. I still am a super empath, which means I could feel other people's energy. I didn't know what I was. I was an artist. I was a musician. They tend to run a higher, probability to be an empath because they're constantly tapping into spirit, inspiration, into spirit. Karen says, my girlfriend And I think she said, I are dairy free. They're sensitive to many foods. Yep. I think that a lot of people probably don't even think about this, but now that we talked about it, I bet you it's going to come up and you're going to be like, but my anxiety was off the charts. Like being around certain people, being around certain energies, I would just absorb it. I went on Zoloft like shortly after I got married to manage the negativity, the anxiety, to manage like how I was resonating with me. And when I started waking up, I took myself off of them. I'm not saying anybody should do that, but for me, that was beneficial because it allowed me to tap more into my body, to allow me to raise my frequency and expand my spirit. You know, and that just leads into a less tolerant of certain people and behaviors. I couldn't be around people that I didn't want to be around. And there was like a hard no. Nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go there. I don't want to be around that person. I don't have to, you know, and sometimes with family members, it's hard. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. But it's true. And, you know, they come in to play a certain role in our life prior to this physical form. My greatest challenge is my biggest teacher, my mother, you know, and they come in and we travel in soul groups, and I have less contact with certain family members. I would imagine that you would, to protect my own mental health. Yes, hallelujah. There you go. You're in charge of your mental health. You're in charge of what you allow into your existence, into your energy field. It's a continual journey. It doesn't ever end. You just know how to manage it. You know how to understand what you need. And then you start falling into alignment. The more you understand what you're not in alignment with, the more spirit puts in your way that you are in alignment with. Avery says, I have less contact with certain family members to protect my mental health. That came in twice. I thought it was something new. Karen, she's gluten-free. Yeah, I would imagine you would be. Oh, here she is again. I find that as I raise my vibration, people fall out of my life. That's what I'm saying. They don't resonate anymore. It's true. I had to put a hard stop on a friendship right after COVID because their anxiety level and their negativity was just too much. And I have to weigh, like, what are the benefits of this friendship? And if they don't outweigh, you know, how it's affecting me negatively, they're gone. And is there anything missing? No. I'm creating space for new things, right? I think that I'm going to tell you about my journey and my expansion. And would everyone like to hear that? Yeah. So I kind of went on this path of breaking away from my husband. And that was huge because I had 2 kids. I was, you know, afraid of being alone. But I knew that I had to do it. I had the knowing start, that knowingness. It's psychicness. I had that knowingness start. And when I would think about not doing it, I couldn't not do it. I had to do it. And so that was choosing love over fear, choosing love over fear, choosing love over fear. And he wanted to stay together until the kids went to college. Guess what? My youngest one is going to college next month. That was 10 years ago. Could you imagine me doing that for 10 years? No, I wouldn't be where I am with the development of my spirit, with the work I'm doing for the planet. Everything matters so much. So if you're weighing decisions and you feel the fear or you feel the love, man, go for the love. Every time it's going to serve you. Every time it's going to serve you. You might not know it in the moment, but you're going to find out about it, which is the coolest thing ever. I chose to go towards love for myself, my future, my possibilities, my opportunities. I had a spiritual guide, the guy who I actually saw after my dad died, who I went to see every 6 months for about 6 years. And he gave me support. He helped me understand my journey. My grandma would come through and give me messages of confirming courage. And through that one decision, my whole entire life changed. I met spiritualists. I started doing healing work. I trained in Reiki, which I never really wanted to do, but my guides kept saying, you have to go on this trip. You have to go on this trip. I went on the trip. I met some soul family people that are so important in my life. I had a past life experience come through that started me on this journey of healing So I started doing Akashic records and block releasing and working with shamans. And I started meeting all these people that were helping me along on my path, helping me along again on the next step of my path, on the next step of my path. They would just come in and go out and come in and go out. And I wound up seeing this advertisement. Somehow ayahuasca and plant medicine was put in front of me. And the moment I saw this retreat center in Costa Rica called Rhythmia Life Advancement Center, I said, I'm going there. I don't know how. I don't know why I feel that, but I know I'm going there. And I wound up meeting a person through a connection from one of these people that come into your life that wound up inviting me to this private retreat with really high level people who have been working on their spirit. They were very conscious people. And they went there and I did plant medicine for a week. It was hard. It was scary. I was really scared, but I knew I had to do it. I had this deep knowing I had to do it. At the end of that plant medicine journey, I had this profound experience where this light came through my third eye, filled up my body with vibration. I heard your psychic abilities have been enhanced. Everything from this moment forward will change. And then I came home. That was in 2019. 2020 happened. COVID hit the world. And I knew it was something greater. I knew there was something greater about it. And I knew that instead of getting consumed with the news, that I needed to go within. And I started doing more healing work every morning. And all these guides started coming through. And I started releasing shadow work, and my vibration kept rising and rising and rising. And then I started channeling angelic beings. They started talking through me. And I started feeling them, hearing them, and all my clairs opened up. And I heard in the middle of the night the words "spirit calling, spirit calling," and I went, "What?" And I got up and I wrote it down, and I bought the domain the next morning. And then I kept hearing through my meditations, "You're to build a portal for humankind. You're to build a place for them to feel safe and supported. There's going to be an event that happens on our planet, and they're not going to know who they are, what their world is created, how it was created, and they're going to need a place to land." And I thought, okay, what's a portal? Like, I didn't know what a portal was. I've created websites, and then I kept hearing it. I kept hearing it. I kept hearing it. And at the time, I was building a business. I was doing all the things, and then I woke up in the middle of the night one night, and I saw these wings. If you saw the logo on our group page, this is a variation of what I saw, but I saw these wings in this color. And I got up and I got my sketchbook and my pencils, and I sketched it. And then I had to go on GoDaddy or something for some reason. And I saw spiritcalling.com, and everything went, like all the pieces came together, and I went, they're the same. I knew that was what the portal was supposed to be called. I knew that was what the logo was supposed to be. And they kept saying, you need to create it. You need to create it. And I said, okay, well, send me the people, send me that. And I wound up partnering with this woman who's a Reiki master, intuitive healer. And she said she had the same vision, and we created our portal. And that's how it started. And it is filled with community members, just like you guys. And then healers and practitioners who have come and heard of our place, who want to come and serve humankind. So instead of going down this journey where you have to say, do I want to work with that person? How do I trust them? I don't know them from Adam. I don't know if her price is ridiculous or if it's reasonable. I don't know anything about this modality. How do I know? I put everything in one place. I put all the healers and practitioners in one place. I put the members there to support each other, to talk. Like you're going through something, you go, it's like a Facebook, but it is a spiritual Facebook. There's groups. We have all the healers and practitioners. They talk about their modalities. They teach the community about them. And then they have opportunities to work with them. And then we have a resource library. So I have videos, all the videos that I consumed while I was on my journey, for anyone who's looking, who's looking on YouTube and knows what I'm talking about. All the books that I read, all the things that I knew that helped me, they're all in there. And I created it for people so they don't have to be alone, and they don't have to feel like they don't know what they're doing. And that's what I've been called to do. So I am on my spiritual journey, and I have created this place And this is something I do on the side because it's so important to me. This is not my primary business. I have a primary business. This is something that means everything in the world to me. And I could never walk away from that intuition and that guidance that I got from the divine. And my greatest honor and purpose on this planet is to tell everyone about it. So that's what I'm doing here. And that's why I created the meetup page. Because I'm moving, and it dawned on me, I got to find my people down in Maryland where I'm moving. And then I remembered I joined Meetup when I moved to New Jersey, and but not for spirituality, for other things. I went to night school at the high school and studied a language. Like, I was looking for things to do. And then I thought, I need to go on Meetup. There's other people. That's where the seekers are. That's where people who are looking for this community will be. And so I'm just so happy that you were able to show up today and learn about my journey. And I hope that I was able to inspire you or feel like you have a way to connect with other people. We have a 7-day free trial membership, so you can go in and you can check it out. You don't have to commit to anything. We have monthly calls. So every other Wednesday, we have a call. One of the calls is called our Founding Awakeners call, where one of those practitioners that I told you about, they go and they teach about their modality. And most of the time they do a healing. So it's really cool. You get that just by being a member. And I just got a text. Thank you for doing all of that. I had to leave for a second. Where is the site with all the resources? It's www.spirit-calling.com, Karen, spirit-calling.com. And so you get to know the practitioners. You get to learn about what they do. Tomorrow, there's actually an event that's free. It's posted on the meetup, so you can go and check it out. And then the other call that we have on a Wednesday is called Live the Call, where we bring in people who are creating impact on the planet, who are doing work in the world. And they talk about their spiritual awakening and how it brought them to the work that they're doing today. It's all really inspiring and amazing. And you learn so much. You learn about their business. Maybe like what you get out of the portal is you learn about this amazing business, and maybe you go work there one day, Avery. Like, you never know where, I'm serious, you never know where this path is going. I have met so many people on this journey, and they're like little angels that come in and go out. A whole bunch of angels came in this week because there's a shift happening in spirit calling, and like spirit is just making them land in front of me to help, because they want this. They want this for everyone. They want this place for everyone. So I hope that you go check it out. I would love for you to go check it out. I guess I should put the link in the chat. That might help. Spirit-calling.com. And if you're not ready to, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see the videos. There's all kinds of channeled messages on there that I've downloaded. I do a channeled message. They're on YouTube. They're in the portal. I do private channel messages for people all the time. You can follow us on, let me get the handles up for you. You can follow us on Instagram at spirit_calling, or Facebook Spirit Calling Live the Call. And YouTube, you already know about YouTube, most likely, for those of you who are on there, but those who aren't, it's Spirit Calling Live the Call on YouTube. Go subscribe to the channel. Go check it out. But I have a special message for you guys that I channeled before the call started. So, but before I get into that, can you tell me, what you think? Is this something that maybe you resonate with or feel connected to, and or would consider feeling connected to? Or I'm just curious, because I'm new at this too, and anything you guys have to offer will help me.
So Pamela, what exactly do you mean, like with your Zoom call, or just
any of it? Yeah,
just like
or
what you're intending in terms of spirituality?
All of it. So the Zoom call, the spirituality, and checking out my portal too. Is that something you think that you would do? And go check definitely. Our YouTube page out.
It's it's a small community as it is, and so it helps to have a central place like the portal, your portal, to be able to go somewhere and say, oh, I'm going to spiritcalling.com, and I can find, like a reliable source there, or somebody who I can share
Yeah.
messages with though. So, and it's, I definitely think if it's, if the space that's created is something that's comforting and, very welcoming and stuff, because even on some of like these channels that I see on YouTube, they don't make me feel as welcome. So guess what? I'm not going to check them out. But I think,
Yes.
and they attract a certain type of, people that watch them. But I think if it is like the safe place, then, a lot more people are going to flock to it. It makes
I
it
agree.
easier.
Yeah, I think I would love to share the back end of the portal with you so you could see it too. You might really like it.
Okay.
Avery, what do you think?
It's interesting. I was just like kind of digging through the site a little bit, and
That's cool.
yeah, I'm interested to like kind of dig around a bit and see, and test the waters.
Yeah, it would be
from
cool.
there.
I would love for you guys to come. I'll introduce you to everyone. I can show you through the back end if you want. If not, that's no problem. Karen, let's think. Thank you for doing all of that. Okay, so I think she said she had to jump off, but it's exciting to me to be able to connect with you guys as well. It's both of us. It's all of our energies. And as we do this work, as we individually expand our spirits, we're expanding consciousness. When I think about it, we're expanding all of consciousness. And that movie came out recently, Sound of Freedom. And I'm not for it or against it, but what I love about it is it's going to expand consciousness, whether people like it or not. They're going to experience it, and their consciousness is going to raise a little bit because it's love. It's breaking them out of this, hamster wheel of normalcy and making them think greater. And they're collectively raising their vibration. I mean, these are the things I'm talking about. We're doing that now just by gathering. It's communing together. Would you like a back end peek under the hood? That's what I call it. Okay, I'll do that really quickly. I don't mind doing that at all. Okay, this is the back end. This is not complete because I didn't finish a couple of things that really don't matter. So this is the side navigation. So once you get in, it's really cool. There's a welcome video, and we tell you exactly what to do, where to go, how it all works. So that's the first thing that you do. And then once you watch that, you'll feel familiar with everything. Then you go into the activity. And this is where it's like Facebook. People are posting. This is Jess. She's a chef. She travels the world. She had her whole life changed by joining this community. She saw us on a podcast on YouTube, signed up, did the Reiki courses, and now just bought a piece of property in Costa Rica. She's like amazing. She's amazing. She's a chef, and she's creating all these new ways to heal people. So do you see what I mean though? These are people all supporting each other. This is me posting about my meetup page and how amazing that, everyone's following it and how cool it is. And people are like, oh, she can't find the meetup page. That's Sandra. She does biofield tuning. She's doing an event right now, actually. This is Alana. She's in Arizona. She's a human design specialist. So these are all the things that are going on. This is a woman, Nicole. She does mass meditation music. You get to like experience all this stuff. It's all here. It's really, really cool. Then we have something called a main meeting room, and it's almost like a Zoom. You're going to see me pop up in a minute. We all can meet in here and talk. I can host anything I want, and I could say, hey, we're going to have coffee and courage today at 10 a.m. Who wants to talk about stepping into courage? And people show up. If I just wanted to meet you, Avery, and you wanted to spend some time together, I'd meet you in the meeting room. It's really, really, really cool. And then we have groups. Different practitioners lead different groups. So I lead this one, live channel messages from the Great Council of Light. There's people that are in and out of these groups, so you can use them or you don't use them, but there's really a lot of opportunity to learn. And then we have events. So these are some of the events that I told you about. So you have access to all the events. And then we have courses. We're actually getting ready to load a whole bunch of courses now And you can go through the coursework. So there's chakra harmonization, there's energy management. This is a rose meditation one of our healers and practitioners just put up. So you can go in there, and when you need to sit down and feel centered, you can go in meditation. You have tools and resources here and at your fingertips. This is the library that I told you about. If you want to submit a suggestion, you can. There's all these different books. I have to add the book you mentioned, Avery. It's not, I don't think it's in here. But some people that are on the portal, our healers and practitioners have written books. There's one of them right there. You probably remember this, right? Somebody else wrote this book. So we have a lot of books and links out to Amazon if you wanted to purchase them. But then these are different videos that we think will be beneficial to helping you along your journey. Different practitioners, like that Psychic Debbie, she's really freaking awesome. If you haven't discovered her, she's awesome. She's really awesome. And I don't even know her, so it's not like she's paying me to say that. And some other resources, our friend Nicole, our friend Danielle, our friend Jackie. And then these are the recommended professionals. So these are all different healers and practitioners who are in here that are showing up in the portal, talking. You can work with them if you want to. They have coursework if you want to. Like it's a self-led journey. It's all what you guys want to do. And this is growing. And then this is where all of our calls that we have are housed. So you can go watch any of them that you want to. Every month we replace those. And then this is sound healing. So every month we put a new sound healing in. And you can make this part of your practice. For the month of January, every morning I'm gonna listen to my sound healing while I meditate. And then we have a whole bunch of members, and you can interact with them. And then and that's it. That's it. So that was quick. That was a quick under the hood tour. Okay, I'm so happy that you guys came today. And I'm going to be hosting more of these for anybody that you know who might benefit from finding a community, but also all the events that our practitioners are having and all the events that we're having. And I'm going to post them on the meetup page. And then I would like to do some in-person stuff, like just gather and talk and learn together. It will be really fun. So I don't know if you've followed, you all became members of Meetup, but stay tuned for things there too, as well. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? No? Okay. I'd love to hear your voice so I could say goodbye. That would be awesome.
Yeah, it's been fun.
It has been fun, right? Yeah. And I hope to see you in the portal. It's very inexpensive. I made it that way so everybody can afford it. It's for everyone. And if you do decide to join, no pressure whatsoever. But if you do, it's the beginning of something for you. That's all I can say. It's going to be the beginning of something for you, because everyone who comes in, who aligns with spirit calling, who aligns with me, there's an up-leveling that happens. I have to give you your channel message. Hold on, please. I don't want to forget that. Okay. Can you please close your eyes? Okay. Close your eyes and don't look at technology, and let your focus and your awareness fall into your heart space. Please take a deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Do that again, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Ground. Okay, I want you to open your third eye in your heart, and I just want you to receive this, because this was channeled directly from the Great Council of Light for you. And I'm gonna read it how they accentuated it. Possibilities of great exchanges lie before you, for you are the creator of your existence. You, and only you, have the power to create change in your life. Go forth and move forward towards loving experiences, learning all there is to evolve and grow your spirit. For it is in your best interest to move forward, to advance your knowledge, for there is a great change coming to your planet. We say this with love for all to hear us now. You are all at the beginning of great change. Go forth and tell all of a place that supports and expands your spirit. For you are here now, the expressed desire to learn, for which you will. Learn all that you can. Learn love in its greatest form, for there is nothing more. There you go. I know, it's awesome, right? That's kind of the stuff you get when you're with us. I'm really happy to have met you both. And whether it's with me or someone else, your spirit's going to continually expand fast now. And I can feel that from you all. And I wish you so much love. And I'm really grateful that you were able to join me today. And I look forward to connecting in the future again. And I'm going to close the recording and I'm going to close the call. I'll stop the recording first. Okay. Goodbye, you guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time today, Pamela.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure.
That's
It
good.
was good.
Yeah, there's a great yoga studio in called Balance Planet Yoga. My girlfriend owns it. If you like yoga, it's
okay.
wonderful. She's on the portal.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you and meet up.
Okay. Is she in Haddonfield?
She lives in Haddonfield, but it's not in Haddonfield. It's down in I can't remember the down past Route 73 on Route 70 all the way down.
I know I've heard that name before.
Balance Planet Yoga. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have events there too, in-person events. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll share the link with you. She's one of my best friends.
Okay.
Okay.
Please do.